Everyone knows what the Joker does. Almost no one understands what he is. Not Batman, not Gotham, not even the Joker himself. Tonight, we peel back the layers he hides behind. The truths buried under the laughter. The logic inside the madness. And the reason this villain has become crime fiction's hardest riddle. Because the Joker didn't enter Gotham with an explosion. He entered like a glitch. Before the crimes, before the murders, before the painted smile. There were signs. Bank systems altered with no motive. Crime bosses terrified by jokes no one heard. Evidence in police lockers swapped for absurd objects. It wasn't crime. It was a rehearsal. A warning Gotham never understood. The first people to fear him weren't the police. They were the criminals. In the graphic novel, The Man Who Laughs, gangsters hide from a man they've never met. Not because he killed anyone, but because his crimes had no point. No money stolen. No territory taken. No message left behind. Just a smear of chaos, where logic should have been. To Gotham's underworld, this was impossible. Crime has patterns. Criminals have motives. Everyone wants something. But the Joker, he wanted nothing logical at all. And that made him more dangerous than 1,000 mobsters combined. You can stop someone who wants money. You can bargain with someone who wants power. But what do you do with a man who wants to prove the world is meaningless? Again and again, across Joker stories. From Killing Joke to the Dark Knight novelization. Every massacre, every bombing, every poisoned crowd points to one message. Life is a joke. Meaning is a lie. He isn't trying to take Gotham. He's trying to infect it. He attacks hope like it's a disease. He destroys structure wherever he finds it. He wants to turn the world into the shape of his own mind. A mind that doesn't believe in rules. And wants to prove you shouldn't either. People say the Joker is obsessed with Batman. Not exactly. He sees Batman as a contradiction he must destroy. Batman is structure. Joker is entropy. Batman is purpose. Joker is the void where purpose dies. Their conflict isn't personal. It's philosophical. Because Batman believes people can be saved. Joker believes anyone can break. In The Killing Joke, he sets up an experiment built on one idea. One bad day is all it takes. Not to kill Batman. To prove Batman is wrong. This is why he never stops. Batman is the last argument he hasn't disproven. The most terrifying Joker is not the laughing madman. It's the quiet one. The version we see in stories like Death of the Family. The Joker who watches routines, studies reactions, and dismantles lives piece by piece. This Joker doesn't chase chaos. He designs it. He tracks emotional pressure points. Like a surgeon tracks arteries. He knows which police officer panics. Which mobster freezes. Which civilian looks away at the wrong second. He orchestrates fear like it's music. Every Joker origin contradicts the last. Sometimes he's a failed comedian. Sometimes a criminal. Sometimes an accident. Sometimes a monster hiding behind tragedy. Every time Batman thinks he's close, the story shifts. But here's the twist. That contradiction is the point. A villain with no motive can't be predicted. A criminal with no identity cannot be profiled. A man with no past can never be fully understood. He removes every psychological tool Batman relies on. He becomes a ghost with a pulse, and that's how he wins, by being unknowable. Here's the truth no one sees. The Joker is terrified. Not of death, not of Batman. He's afraid of being ordinary. In stories like Endgame, this fear becomes clear. He reinvents himself, changes methods, rewrites his own narrative. Every atrocity, every scheme, every murder is him running from the possibility that he's just another man with another sad story. So he becomes a myth, a performance, a nightmare that refuses to fade. If the world stops looking at him, he stops existing. A killer, a strategist, a philosopher, a ghost. Maybe he's all of them. Or maybe he's something simpler. The shape Gotham's fear takes, when it finally stops pretending the world makes sense. He's not the clown prince of crime. He's the reminder that one person acting without logic can rewrite the rules of an entire city. Because evil with purpose is predictable. Evil without it is eternal. And that's why the Joker endures. Not because he's funny, not because he's brutal, because he is the villain you cannot prepare for, the horror you cannot reason with, and the one nightmare that doesn't need an origin to feel real.